3. It'll be our final match of the day before we do head over to Onward for North America.
Alright. Well, looks like things have already started with Polaris taking the first possession. Oh, but it's being sent actually back down the other end. Well, tried to be sent back down the other end by Team Brainded, but didn't quite make it through the tunnel, bounced through.
Well, let's see. They got a nice little clear onto the opposing side. But unfortunately for them, they're not going to be able to get the defense in time. As you can see, Martin III able to get back as quickly as he possibly could. The problem is now 23, which is going to be an infiltrate. He's going to kind of be by himself with 2 defenders in his path. And they're kind of waiting for their moment to actually strike. Even the other player, I think that was, if I'm not mistaken, Lone Gecko, trying to come in from behind. And we talked about Boop being like one of the fastest players in Europe. Him and Lone Gecko together were like the team, the duo that allowed those kind of plays to happen on Blast. But it seems like Boop has found a new man in his life in the name of Viatrex.
So far, it's getting actually quite brawly, and still no goals have actually been scored yet. We're already a minute in, and the game is all sort of hanging around in this middle section so far. It hasn't made it too far down to one end, although I say that, immediately a 3-point goal is made there by Polaris.
Al Pacino. Great name. Yeah, that's what's going to happen when if you're Brainded. You keep 3 people on the aggressive defense. They had no one actually sitting in goal. With the 3 players are trying to keep that constant pressure up against Polaris and try to dislodge that disc and again force them to miss a pass. But when you don't have anyone in the goal, then 3 points can be scored. Before you say anything about what I said before, just gonna shove that one in there. But Brainded now with just advantage, down 3 points, still with 3 minutes and 54 seconds to go.
See, there you go. Your boy Lone Gecko taking that quarterback back position, but actually relinquishing the disc very, very early, although bouncing it straight off of the walls yet there. We've seen a lot of this actually so far, is this sort of wall bouncing.
Yeah, trying to use physics to their advantage. I mean, you have a degree in that, right?
I have a degree.
So you can calculate at what angle the disc needs to be thrown to bounce it into the goal?
Yeah, you know what? I actually should be able to do that. Well, actually, the angle of reflection is supposed to be the same. You know what? Let's not get into that. Let's just think about the game and not make me make a fool of myself by trying to recount my degree. Looking here like Polaris. I was going to say maybe getting ready to actually score a goal. But they're being a little bit slow about it with the passing.
Speaking of passing, that one's going to unfortunately miss. And again, another one's going to miss as well. That could have actually been a shot. You can see trying to be very careful, trying to throw in another defender. But Al Pacino.
Dude, did you know he played VR?
I wanna really say some of his movie lines, but I think I mean, pretty much every line he ever says has like a curse word in it, so I can't really.
Round starting in 15, 14.
You're just laughing to yourself, thinking about movies now. Well, Polaris, they're probably laughing to themselves because they have 5 points ahead, but Team Brainded having the joust advantage in this next round, so maybe this could be their chance to actually manage to get some points on the board for themselves.
We'll see if they can. Let's see, we're gonna have 2 players split. Quick little pass right off the bat. Looks like no one's actually to be going towards Infinity. He's going to try to go for the pass over to Ravel, and unfortunately Ravel's going to have a little bit of a misbounce. They're not going to have the opportunity to pick it up. And now Control going back to Polaris and quickly back here to Lone Gecko as he gets a fantastic interception. Going to actually float it back to his teammate. And now Ravel's going to pick up the QB position and try to look for a pass here to actually make an attack happen here on the goal.
Oh, managed to get it. I was thinking maybe it bounced off the rim there because we did hear that dink, but bounced off the backboard. Is that the first backboard bounce shot that we've seen today?
I want to say yes.
I think it is. We've seen some attempts at people trying to get it off the backboard, but that is the first time that it's actually made it.
How much force did he throw the disc?
300 newtons.
No, it's 3 meters per second. it says on the screen.
Wait, did you say 3 meters per second?
Yeah.
That's not force, that's velocity.
Good, good. You have been paying attention in class. That was a complete challenge to you. Even a producer is like calling me an idiot. I'm just testing you guys, all right? Trying to make sure the school system here in Europe is up to date.
Up to date for Newtonian physics. Well, I mean, I think you should be on Team Brainded because you're kind of behaving like it. Plus, you know, they're not actually in the lead, but they are in possession. So maybe this could be the chance they can maybe get things, well, I was going to say get things towards the goal, but it's actually the disc being handed down to their end of the field, and they're going to have to make some long passes to get it back to where they want it to be.
A little bit of a misgrab there as the disc just kind of waits for its owner to be picking back up. And Al Pacino, who has a majority of the points on Polaris, is trying to go for the pass off over to Martin III. He's unfortunately not going to be able to catch on to this nice little back pass to their goalie. And you need to go for the clear here, which he's going to be doing just that. And it should be Infiltrate able. Oh, Infiltrate, he messes it up. He doesn't actually catch it. This should be 2 points now back here for Brainded. What were we saying about Brainded? Maybe I should be on their team? Why? Because they're making a comeback? Because they're going to win this game?
I mean, they're still losing, mate.
Yeah, for now, it's to build suspense.
Is this a tortoise in the hare thing?
No, what?
You know, the story of the tortoise and the hare, where the hare ran really fast and then ended up like having a nap or something and got tired, and the tortoise just kept plodding along and
Why would
eventually won.
why would a turtle race a rabbit?
Did you never hear this story as a kid? Oh, now I know why you were never taught like morality.
Why? What kind of sick freak is making a turtle and a rabbit
It was on their own
race?
volition.
How? How do you get the approval for them to say yes? I want to race. They can't
They
talk.
signed a consent form.
They can't. They don't have thumbs to sign. What do they stamp their
I
hand?
love how mad you are about this.
You're making this up.
I am loving it.
All right. Well, Polaris now with 1 minute and 15 left to go. High control of the disc. The clear is unfortunately not going to work out for them. Just hitting up the wall, a little bit of an off angle here. And now it's going to be Brainded with control. Ravel's going to actually have this one passing over to Infinity, who's going to have Lone Gecko pushed up really far. And now he has the 1v1. Can he land the dunk? And yes, he will. What does that scoreline say? Does that say 6-5 for Brainded? What? I don't know. I don't have my glasses on. I can't read.
You're getting closer and closer to vicariously winning those dollar, euro, pound bills, whichever currency we decided upon. But now, you know, Polaris, they do have the joust advantage, and they're only 1 point behind, so even just getting a 2-point goal, you know, if you do the maths correctly, that means that they would be in the lead if they actually manage to get this. They've got just over a minute to do it, and actually if they kill off some of this time and then manage to get a goal, they could get it in a position where Team Brainded don't actually have a chance to bring things back their way.
Let's see, Al Pacino. He got a nice pass up to his teammate Martin. Martin's going to look for the shot here, pass it back to Pacino, who's actually going to catch the shot in and take the point lead back in their favor with 7-6. But again, not a lot of time being invested or wasted off the clock. 13 seconds in total to make that shot work. So, I mean, if they could have dragged the timeout and then made the shot, then they could have forced Brainded in a really bad position. But again, when you're playing from behind, you just want to get those points the best you can, and then force the other team now to be the one to have to hit the shot. 48 seconds left to go. I swear this announcer must like lose his voice constantly because he's really enthusiastic.
5, 4.
Yeah. Have you ever been asked to voice act?
No, I haven't.
Just say that way.
You surprised?
So now Ravel. So yeah, actually get the pass up. It's going to be stolen away by Polaris. Now with 38 seconds left, again, they could just waste the time if they want to. Instead, they're trying to go for another couple of points on the board and force it to a 3-point shot.
Ooh,
That should have been in. That should have been a massive lead. That should have been 4 points. And that should have been their round guaranteed. But they still have 25 seconds left to go. As long as they just keep passing, you don't need to go for the shot here. Just pass the disc as much as possible. Don't give them an opportunity to take this away from you. And we're seeing Martin do a great job of just stalling for time.
Yeah, and I like
Oh, no.
it actually.
Oh, no.
Oh no! I was gonna say a nice thing, and I think I maybe nearly spoke too soon.
10 seconds
If
left to
they
go.
Managed to actually get to the other end. Okay, we've got members of Team Polaris actually taking possession here. It's pretty much going to be impossible for Team Brainded.
Shoot it! Shoot it! Go for it! Gecko! What?
He went for a pass.
What was that?
Went for a
Gecko.
pass.
Gecko. No wonder you're by yourself.
Aww. So yeah, Jason, you know how we were talking about Team?
Yeah, building suspense. It's a best of 3. Yeah, now I'm gonna win the next 2.
Okay.
I'm willing to bet. I'm willing to bet on this.
Ooh, what are you gonna bet?
If I win, you shave your head. If I lose,
No.
you let me finish. If I lose, Blue shaves his head.
Oh, you're actually super generous. Like you're really.
He's been complaining about his hair. He was alfalfa yesterday. Little rascals.
I mean, you would actually probably look better if you shaved your.
I've done it before. I don't need.
Have you actually?
Oh my gosh, you have not looked into my history at all.
Of course. Why would I do that?
It's very simple to Google it and
I
see
think
what
I'm
happened.
going to be friends with Jason Kaplan today. Better check his Wikipedia page. Jason's not cool enough to have a Wikipedia page.
Funny enough, you actually did.
Did I?
You
What?
did look me up. I know you did. Because Sophie told me you did.
I don't. Who is Sophie?
Sophia? Sophie?
Round start.
Kadea?
Oh, I know who you're
Yeah,
talking about.
her, yeah.
Yeah,
Now who has egg on their face?
probably because when she told me about you, I didn't know who you were. You were really, when we first became friends, you were really bummed that
Okay, her
I
story's
hadn't
already
researched
flawed because she
you.
said when we became friends, and we're clearly not friends, so I know
Ouch.
she's making a big lie here. But anyways, that line is that scoreboard, with Polaris currently leading at 1-0, and they're looking for potential to score off the bat. Unfortunately, this, though, they get a wonky bounce off the island, and the clear will come through for at least the attempt.
Yeah, and again, we're just having all these sort of messed up little bounces and constant changes of possession. It just seems to be very characteristic of this series so far, where no one can really maintain a really long control. Though Polaris, they've been holding on to it for a little while now, but I'm expecting a bounce or a missed pass or something. You never know, actually. Maybe they've kicked themselves into shape.
I'm hoping for the sake of these two teams, they're not really going to miss a pass. It comes down to the aggression of the defense to force it, to force the mistakes out. Because if you're not actually getting aggressive against them and forcing them to like go for like the quick passes, then they have all the time in the world to just continue to throw it nonstop back and forth. And as you can see on the clock, already a minute now being taken away so far in this round. Finally, a nice little stun comes in. But again, the clear's not going to be there. It's until the pass directly over to Infinity, who's going to miss the clear. You got to hit those shots. It's a wide open hole. You got to be able to throw the disc through. Now they're going to get aggressive here, and this should be 3 points.
Oh, it should be.
How did Affentary get in this game?
Straight off the rim, but they managed to get the goal. Not quite the 3 points that they were looking for. They are going to get those 2 points and be slightly ahead in the lead so far in this series. But
What did I say about Brainded? Remember?
we're very early. You know what, Jason? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
It's fine. I'm just looking forward to you shaving your head.
Yeah, I didn't agree to anything. We didn't shake hands.
You have no proof that we didn't.
There are 2 cameras in front of us. So I'm sure someone has footage. But either way,
One of those cameras is just for my face. It's a requirement in my contract that I have to have one camera just on me and me only.
What, just so that you can have the footage back for yourself?
Yep.
To like play on your TV when you have guests around?
It's actually on a loop. I just play all videos of me nonstop.
That's the most Jason Kaplan thing I think I've ever heard, and I genuinely believe it.
You'll never know.
Well, so far it's kind of looking like Polaris are never going to know what a point tastes like in this round so far. Well, they're just
They just
sort of
won the
bouncing
first
off
round,
the walls.
Gio. That was your
They
team.
won the first round, but they're not doing much in this round, are they? Look, well,
Trashing your own
they've
team.
actually-
All right.
I don't have teams.
Get to know there's no loyalty.
I don't have
Okay.
loyalty to a team. I just have disloyalty to your team.
Makes sense. In a weird way, it makes sense. You can see a little push comes in. Lone Gecko catches him off guard, has the disc in hand. He doesn't have the speed to get across. You can see his teammates going for the push. But again, being very careful because of them going super aggressive. He doesn't want to get stunned up and lose the disc on his side where he's going to be by himself. And unfortunately, Bounce going to go a little bit off center as Infiltrator's going to be able to pick it up. And Infiltrate will be able to help get the disc cleared, or potentially get it cleared, as it's going to be caught up yet again in this tunnel.
Yeah, so far these 2 teams haven't been all that good at being able to make those clears, always bouncing off the walls of the tunnels. So of course, their Polaris really wanted the disc to be in the other side of the field, but it's still going to be played very close to their goal. And this is Team Brainded's chance to get another.
Oh.
There we go.
He pulled
Another
away.
goal on the board.
3 defenders he pulled towards him. And obviously, as long as you get the pass out, you're going to get the clean shot. And again, I got to start out my glasses. Is that Brainded up 4-0? I can't really get my glasses.
You forgot your glasses.
No, I'm wearing contacts
Do you wear contacts?
for distance.
Interesting.
I like to actually, they're special contacts to make me look like I have like wolf eyes. I'm Team Jacob.
Do you go to cons wearing like conventions?
No, I'm just Team
wearing
Jacob.
them. Edgy cosplayer kid.
Edward's got nothing on a true love story. A little pass comes in, but again, like the defenders, thing is, when you have control like that, when you're the quarterback, you don't need to pass right away unless they get aggressive against you. Now we have Lone Gecko in the one-on-one, and he gets the shot as well, and now it's a 6-0.
I love that. He just sort of spun it around a little bit.
Oh, they do some like sick
sort of
things.
throwing it in.
They actually like go behind the back with the disc as well. They do like some funky
Oh, I
stuff.
bet you could drop it though, doing that. If you messed that one up, that would feel bad. But I mean, Team Brainded, they've probably got to be feeling a little bit more confident now. The last round didn't quite go how they would have liked, but now with 6 points in the lead, while Polaris don't actually have anything on the board in this round. 2 minutes 10 left to go. There's still time for Polaris to turn it around, but for the most part, Team Brainded have been fairly good at taking possession of the disc and then obviously getting it into the goal of the enemy team.
Okay, so again, they pass right off the bat. The 2 defenders are going to be their Lone Gecko Infinity, who both get punched out, actually, so they get stalled up for a little bit of time, but they do get the disengage, they do get away, and they do get the disc back on the blue side of the field, so you can pass it. Oh, he slaps it the wrong way again. Guess getting a little bit ahead of themselves here. Not keeping their eye on the disc because they do lose control of it, and they had an opportunity to make a couple points come in. Actually, one player has actually penetrated the defense here from the low ground. He could come in, and he gets it yet again. Ravel, 8-0. And Gio, I do have to say this. One thing I'm the most disappointed in when it comes to Season 3 now of Echo Arena is that, yes, people have leveled up their game. They've gotten better at passing. They got better at movement. But I've seen no one level up their victory goal game.
Oh,
I want to see some
do a little
dances.
dance.
Where's the floss? Where's the Macarena? Give me something. Okay, don't do that. I'm so glad no
What
one
would
saw
your
that on
victory
camera.
dance be?
It would probably be the Macarena.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's unoriginal.
In the voice of Dr. Evil.
All right, well, fair enough. I mean, Team Polaris, they've still got a chance to get things to go their way, but time really is ticking down, and if Brainded actually managed to get possession here, they could just wear that time down. They don't have to score any more points.
Forever the optimist. 8-0 though, but I mean, they're right. They do have the opportunity, but the way they're playing now, every second that ticks away is just a second further going to be losing out on this match. The clear is going to come through again. They're constantly chased away from the disc, and it's going to be recovered yet again for Infinity. This time he passes off to Gecko. He's looking just to potentially clear it away, but now a minute left to go. Another 30 seconds off the clock. And I think Polaris, I think that the time is just not going to be there anymore.
Yeah, and look at this, Team Brainded actually having to come out of their goal area to be able to take the disc there and try and throw it back through to the other side of the field.
Yeah, and with 56 seconds, they need a couple of three-pointers here, but they're not really getting a clean opportunity. They're keeping a defender back from Brainded to make sure those three-pointers won't land. Now he's trying to draw out time. They have to chase him. He's going to pass it away again. Monkey in the middle, or as we called it back in school, Jason in the middle, which was basically Monkey in the middle, at least if you saw me when I had my growth spurt. But now it's going to be Lone Gecko going for the 1v1, and he's going to lose it this time. But again, it doesn't... Oh my gosh, if that bounced back in, at least Polaris could say they scored a goal in this round, but it would have been on themselves.
That would have actually been hilarious. There we go. Another inside shot. Team Brainded, as we said, they didn't even need to score another goal. But, you know, if the opportunity's there, if it presents itself to you, why not? They were this far up the playing field, and now 25 seconds left on the board. Jason, do you think Polaris are actually going to...
They have no chance. I feel like right now you should be getting your phone out to take pictures of your hair, enjoy it while you still have it.
This is where you find out I actually just wear a wig, and I'm just going to pull it off and be like, ha, I already beat you to it.
Well, with whatever's under the wig, it wouldn't be a downgrade. Oh, see, now I'm just a jerk.
Yeah, I mean,
right?
yeah.
There's no winning for me in this argument, unfortunately.
Not only are you a jerk, but you're a jerk on broadcast.
Are you even mean?
Nah.
Nah, that's not believable.
Never mind.
You know what is believable? Potentially 10 seconds being wasted by Team Brainded here. Just go for the big clear, and they should be able to tie
They
things
actually
up
managed to make the
apiece.
clear that time.
All right, okay. Oh.
Oh, if that would have gone in, that would have been disgusting. That would have been like the best way for them to end the round.
So now with Polaris winning the first game by like 2 points, and now Team Brainded winning by 10, do you want to back out of the bet? I can lessen the loss.
Shake hands on any bet. You proposed a bet to which I did not agree.
Okay, you can shave a part of your hair, like the side of it, like that style that was, you know, the women do.
Oh, where people get, what are they called, undercuts?
Yeah, instead of your head. I'll give you the way to back out.
Orange team ready.
Okay, so she's sticking to her guns. I can respect that. It's gonna know you'll be shaving your head after the show, which we'll be doing live on air here in Katowice, Poland. We're gonna get the Clippers brought in.
They're not going to recognize me on my passport when I go back to the UK tomorrow. They're going to be like, what is this? Come on.
You have enough forms of ID, I think, right?
I have a driving license and a passport, and I require a passport to get back into the UK.
But do you really want to go back right now? I'm just kidding. Anyway, so we go kicking off our third round, the final round of Echo Arena here in Europe as we move it into Onward for North America right after this with Blue and Potter. It's going to be a very long shot coming in there, but it's going to be blocked out by Ravo, who's going to be able to pick up the disc and then quickly lose it. As Lone Gecko's now trying to go for the chase, he'll be free to do just that. And he has the opportunity to slowly work the disc actually up the field here with only just Al Pacino there going to be actually able to defend it. And he will be quickly punched out and just ditched away.
Yeah, it was a bit of a risk there. He was going for that clear through the tunnel and, of course, went straight into the hands. But when you got that punch ready to go, it doesn't really matter. And there we go. Bounce shot straight away. It's kicking things off, Team Brainded. You look very happy. No, you don't even look happy. You just
How can I be happy?
Smug.
I'm just not even smug. I just have that sense of depressed look on my face. You know, like people have like resting certain faces. Just got resting depressed face.
Oh, okay.
Just weird. Cause when
Is it because you're still thinking about kicked puppies?
No. What? No, I'm just thinking about my life. It makes me think about how depressed I am. But you know, he's not depressed. Team Brainded, after being down 1-0, they have the opportunity to take the series 2-1 and go up to a 4-1 scoreline, I believe, over the course of this week, since this is their final match of the week, which could help get them a couple of extra points on the board, and they're going to need it because Team Brainded are currently not even in the top 8, where Polaris are currently sitting at 8th place at the moment for themselves at the end of first week of play.
Yeah, Polaris tried really hard there as he was sort of being aggressed upon by a member of Team Brainded. Threw it backwards, aimed for that goal, but didn't actually quite make it in. which means they've got to try again, but, well, the disc is staying on this side of the field, but it is a little bit of a goose chase going on right now.
You see that Martin III taking his time here. Again, trying to bait in Lone Gecko, trying to bait in the defender. And something you kind of need to do, because then you have the opportunity, if you do hit the pass, the player who picks up the disc is able to actually push up a little bit further and slowly inch your way in. And right now, they're just trying to force out the defenders to make a misplay. And well, the misplay is going to come out of the attackers. And unfortunately, that pass is not going to land. And now Infiltrate's going to have a lot of pressure on him. He tries to go for the quick clear, which will be picked up by Al Pacino. And Al Pacino's going to throw it back to Martin III to look for the shot. And Ravel's going to say no. Go back to the start. As I was trying to make a Monopoly reference there, which just did not work out. Just like the shot didn't work out here, but now Al Pacino going to be coming in. It's a 2-on-1. This should be a shot they're going to hit, but no! A miss comes in yet again here, and Polaris can just not get the ball in the goal!
Still no! How many attempts have they made at this point? I mean, first there was there we go, finally got there. There was the goalkeeper in the way. They weren't making the attempt to bait out the goalkeeper or distract him, so they were constantly throwing straight into his hands, and then it was just the bouncing, the missing, eventually getting it in at the end there, but so much time was used to actually get to that point just to get those first 2 points on the board there for Polaris.
So, well, you know, they got it in the end at least. That's more than they can say in the last round where they went down 10-0. So time things up at 2 apiece now. Brainded with the disc. Thing is, they defended for like a minute and 30 seconds. Wait, what? Okay, so I guess we're having a rematch. Maybe there was a disconnect somewhere or something like that. Hopefully we'll be informed by the admins of what was going on in the midst of that one. But there was about 3 minutes left, and they do have the ability to remake it into that time. I just got to wait for the lobby to be set back up again, I guess.
Things to get up. So I have a question, Jason.
I don't have an answer for you.
What do you think the first 2 Martins did? Do you think they were players?
Probably his dad and his grandfather, because he's the 3rd Martin.
Yeah. I'm just wondering what they did, you know?
What do you think they did?
I don't know. Well, that's why I asked you. I thought maybe maybe you would be a little bit more knowledgeable.
What happened to the friendly gecko?
Oh, because of the lone gecko. Don't know. It's a good question.
He had to cast with me, and now he's not friendly anymore. Now it's just the lone gecko.
Is that something that happens frequently to people who have to cast with you?
We'll find out, I guess, tomorrow, right? So, from what I understand, we should be getting the remake really quickly. Yeah, I've set it up real quick again, and they should be getting the quick little score to tie things up at 2 apiece, and then we should be hopping back into this one. Remember, it's just our final game here of the European Echo Arena Cup number 2. We will be heading to Onward for North America right after this with Potter and Blue. And then after that, we'll be heading back into North America. Don't worry, they're just going to go for the score to get the time at the same exact moment what it was before. And then we should be kicking off the joust advantage for Brainded.
So meticulous.
Yep. Just get set exactly back down.
There we go.
Ravel.
Slam dunk.
See, Blue, that's a slam dunk. So, okay, no, we don't need to talk about this story. I'm sure he'll tell you. I'm sure he'll tell you off air of what he said. Blue doesn't know sports. Let's just say that.
Okay.
He's not a sports guy. Apparently, he knows bowling.
Bowling.
Yeah, that's what I learned yesterday, but not
a sport. I mean,
sports.
I'm pretty sure that playing something like Echo Arena is probably more physically demanding than bowling.
Yeah, I mean, even saw Onward, like, people have, like, legit. I think Affentur said he lost, like 20 kilos or something like that playing VR, and there's a lot of players who've lost even more weight when it comes to Onward. Very physically engaging, and to be honest, if you ever even played, like, Beat Saber, you realize, like, you sweat, you work for it, and you enjoy it. So it's definitely a fun little thing here. And speaking of fun right now, Polaris are looking to have some fun here and potentially pull off a lead back in their favor. Haven't been able to see that since the very first round. And do get a good throw towards the enemy side of the field. Not going to be bouncing in, but it should be retrieved here for Brainded.
I was going to say, not quite going to make it there. And now Brainded, of course, going to go for that clear, try and get it back through into the enemy side of the field so that they can get a shot at getting their own goal. But actually, it's getting a little bounce there. It's going to send it straight back into the hands of Polaris, although it keeps flip-flopping here, hanging around in this sort of middle section by the tunnels.
Our observers are struggling here, just like the teams are struggling to get like a full clear on the other side, and that's going to be the disc just barely above the goal. It should be retrieved, just going to be slapped out yet again. It's not actually picked up and thrown in a good direction. It's going to be recovered by Martin III. He's going to look for the shot, or maybe potentially the pass to Al Pacino.
There we go.
And there we go, another 2 points on the board, and now Blue's hair should be getting a little bit scared as we can see Brainded falling behind.
Oh yeah, of course, because it's him, not you, who has to shave their hair.
I'm already, I think, losing my hair. I don't need to shave it.
Yeah, I pointed this out earlier. You've got a few grey hairs. I mean, it probably do some good.
I've had grey hair since I was 21.
Really?
Yep. So my father started graying and balding at 21. My brother's been balding since 21. I've been graying since 21. I think I got the better end of that stick.
Yikes. That's scary. Well, I just
I mean, your whole head is
yeah,
gray,
my
so,
whole hair is gray on purpose though. That's the difference.
Yeah, do this. I got stressed on purpose.
Okay.
I was born on purpose. At least I like to tell
I
myself.
wasn't. Either way, Team Brainded now just sort of hanging around here, waiting to make that pass, handing it straight over to Ravel there, getting ready to maybe take a shot. There we go. They actually brought out the goalkeeper, managed to bring him out from the goal. You look very... That was a sly look.
What?
That was a sly look, Jason.
Just my face. Minute 38 left to go. Polaris is going to have control, but this is definitely a closer match. I don't know what changed from round 2 to round 3, but obviously not going to be seeing a 10-0 scoreline in this game, and Polaris seem to have really stepped up to the plate, or stepped up to the island, I guess I should say here, as we're into Echo Arena. And Polaris is going to have control of the disc, but the question is, can they score in a minute and 38? It took them about a minute and 20 to get the first initial 2 points on the board. Let's see, a quick little pass comes in, almost intercepted, actually.
Yeah, I think right now it's also going to be, if things continue going this way, you know, as we see the disc being passed backwards and forwards, and the score is looking very close right now, and whoever ends up winning this is going to be really frustrating for the loser, knowing that it's so
Oh no,
close.
oh, this might be it here. Infinity's by himself to infinity and beyond. Oh my gosh, come on, son!
No!
You can't miss those! Blue's hair is on the line here. Oh my gosh.
You were so confident. You were so confident. It was an open goal, didn't make it in. That is what I call a brain dead move. There is a reason this team is named this, and there's a reason you support them.
Hey, Lone Gecko, he's going to have the disc. He's got 50 seconds to work. He gets a good pass up to the front lines. There's no one there to defend, and you're not going to miss it.
Go.
He missed the shot because he didn't want the 2 points. He wanted the 3. Listen.
Strats.
Did you hear it? Did you hear the players?
Yeah.
Goal! And you're going to be shaving your head. 7-4 with 50 seconds left here for Polaris. They're going to have control of the disc.
Yeah.
Will they have the shot? I legitimately have nightmares. It's not about this game in particular. It's about basketball where I miss shots that I should never miss.
Like stress dreams.
It's a nightmare / real life. It happens all the time, and I swear he's going to be having a nightmare infinity after missing that.
6'6", you should not be missing baskets in basketball.
Okay. All right. Let's go get a basketball and see if you can hit some shots, all right?
I'm 5'7". It's a completely different kettle of fish. But the thing here now is Polaris, they're actually going to have to get this 3-point shot if they even want to be on par with Team Braindead. So the pressure is even more on than usual.
I mean, it is possible. The thing is, you need to have someone next to the defender, next to the goalkeeper, to actually punch him out when you go for the shot. And they have 20 seconds left, so the 2 points is no longer an option. They're going to have to go for 3, get someone near the defender. I'd almost say keep 2 people back at the goal here. Oh my gosh! Did they get the stun? I didn't think I actually saw it. I think Martin just curveballed it in.
They did, yeah. They actually managed to do it. Look at this. Let's do a little wiggle, a little victory wiggle. That means 17 seconds for a winning team to be decided. And if no one scores a point, they go into overtime?
Yep.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Blue. Your hair's safe here. Just give me a little kiss.
Blowing you a little kiss over there.
I'm going to catch it, put in my pocket for later. 17 seconds as we're at 7-7 between the two. And let's see, Braindead, will they play for the shot? I mean, they obviously should be going for that. They do throw the disc immediately over to Ravel, who's going to be going for the pass forward to Infinity. Infinity might have had a chance to redeem himself. 7 seconds left to go. They have to take the shot at this rate, and it's going to be passed over to Lone Gecko, but it gets passed a little bit too far. And I think just like that, we're going to be heading into overtime.
Yeah, looks like it. Oh, that's going to really suck for Team Braindead there. They would have ideally, obviously, really liked to have managed to get that pass, because then they could have at least taken a shot at the goal.
Well, now the thing is, the disc gets reset into the middle in overtime. And it comes down to who scores first. So you need to have that movement. You need to be quick to get here in time. Sudden death is going to be kicking off here. Winner, well, won't be going to the final since it's going to be a Swiss system now. But here we go. The disc in the beginning going to be tapped away as we do see Polaris overcommit to the disc. They actually don't grab it. And that's going to come down to number 23. He's going to be Infiltrate, who doesn't hit the pass. He hits the island. Looks like Ravel would be the one back defending here. Polaris with control. Can they score? Can they take the series at 2-1?
Well, Team Braindead getting a bit closer with it. Oh, I was
Good
going to say there
pass.
isn't anyone in goal. They managed to get someone towards the goal just in time.
Oh, gets caught up on the tunnel yet again. Give your retrieve back for Polaris, who have the control. You see Infinity trying to come out, trying to defend against this, not able to actually get in the way. Martin the third with control. He hit the 3-pointer to actually tie things up, to actually take us in overtime. Can he do it yet again? Actually score the final goal here to get Polaris another victory on the board. Comes in from the front, yes, and Polaris will do it. Martin the third scores a 2-pointer. And that's going to be them taking the series now at 2-1, and Blue's going to be shaving his head at the end of the stream here today.
He's not even in the room. He doesn't even know.
He's crying. I think he went to the bathroom to cry as he realized that his hair is now going to be shaved away.